Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alan with Corp Nation, and hey, join the Corp Nation by subscribing. And I usually get a question, what is an S Corp? Well, first of all, that S does not stand for superpower, although we all love Marvel comics and all that stuff, right? It actually stands for subchapter. Now, I want to give you 7 things that'll help you to navigate whether you want to go with this one and what it's about. So the first thing is, it's a separate legal entity to do business. It is a pass-through entity, so what that means is instead of the corporation being taxed, those taxes or losses can be passed through down to the shareholders and reducing the tax burden, which can be a really good mechanism for saving on taxes. Third, it protects your assets, right? So 90 million lawsuits every year in the United States, and a lot of that's employees. But if your S corporation is a separate legal entity, as we talked about, then your personal assets are protected. So if something goes wrong, it goes BK, you're not going to lose your home, your other homes, and or your vehicles, assets, things like that. Number 4, it protects your business name and reputation. So let's say you get a sole prop, which we don't recommend, but let's say you do, and you go down to the county recorder's office, you get your name and all that kind of stuff, and then someone sees, hey, this guy is killing it, this gal is killing it, and they want to replicate your business, and they realize, hey, well, this person's a sole prop, let's incorporate the name, then we can send them a cease and desist letter. It creates a whole legal mess, but they can end up winning and you lose your name, and now they'd go in, take over all the business that people are used to your name, so now they're starting to call them, and so you don't want to do that. So don't lose your reputation. Get that corporation, protects that name. If you want to protect your name and logo, by the way, nationwide, you can do that. We also do that. That's called trademarking, so we get that done for you, and then that protects everything across the United States. Now, the 5th thing is, it is a smaller business. S doesn't stand for smaller, stands for subchapter, but unlike a C corporation, which can go on the stock exchange and go into hundreds and even thousands of employees, an S corporation is for usually businesses with 100 or less employees, even down to just yourself if that's how you're starting off. Now, the beautiful thing with LLCs and S Corps and C Corps is they can be sold or passed down. When you have a sole proprietorship and your business, you either retire or you decide to be done, you can't give it away, you can't sell it because it's based on your personal social security number. So that's why people, they upgrade into some kind of corporation. Because after 5 years, you do it right, you could probably sell your company for a good $5 million and then just go launch another business. I see it all the time, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a pass down. And here's a great benefit. Let's say you have a family unit, whatever that looks like, and here's the beautiful thing about that. Let's say that you pass on, right? Well, you can give away that S Corp or C Corp to that family member, and they can turn around and have it sold, and you'll probably make more money if you've built it up pretty good than in a life insurance policy made. And that's a beautiful thing about a corporation. So you're killing a couple birds with one stone, right? Now, some business perks. Number 7 is this. Well, the shareholders, and this is the most beautiful thing that an S corporation has that other corporations do not have, and that's the shareholders get to take dividends that are cut in half. So normally, if you take money from your business or you pay yourself on payroll, you're going to pay self-employment tax of currently 15.3% comes out of your check. And when you take that dividend, it's going to take that whole 15.3% in a C Corp or an LLC. But when you do an S Corp, they only take half of that, which is 7.65. And so if you take $100,000 out in a dividend in an S Corp, you only pay $7,650. If you take it out in a C Corp, you pay, as you know, $15,300, okay? So you save money. So those are the pros, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend it. S Corp is probably the best type of corporation for whatever you're doing. But we will go into, and you can find more information about LLCs. But here's the thing, a couple of cons. One is you can't go on the stock exchange to raise capital. So you can do that a couple of other ways, whether it's a Kickstarter or you're gonna raise capital, whether it's loans that people give or a loan that can convert to equity or an equity. But again, there's only one type of stock that you can offer. And you can go see a lawyer or contact us if you want more information on that. Number 2, again, there's only one type of stock. And then finally, number 3, there are some business formalities with an S corporation. You have to track your minutes. You have to make sure your bylaws are good. Everything's up to date. If you're changing some of those bylaws, you have to have a legal record of that, which is done within the book that we provide for you, which is the binder. And one of the things I want you guys to note, we, unlike most groups that put together corporate entity formation stuff, we provide a training material, a book and videos that we're currently working on. We're almost done, but once we're done, no matter what phase you are, if you bought before we got it done or after, you're going to get free access to that so that you know exactly how to use your binder, how to process your minutes, how to change your bylaws, all that kind of stuff. Super simple. I'm going to walk you through it. Those are basically the 3 cons, but hey, several of the businesses I have, actually most of them are S-Corps, so I want to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, go with the S-Corp. You need more help, contact us. I'm Alan, Corp Nation. Hey, don't forget, you're not alone. Empowering entrepreneurs. That's what we do.